recording and whatever, and we got like about 2 minutes to go. But how are you today? Do you like the way I look?
Oh, you look very handsome. I love the jacket.
Ah,
I just
thank
dressed a
you.
little casual.
That's
Very
fine.
nice.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
dressed the same exact way for Lisa's show.
Yeah.
She two are dear friends of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa's a good egg.
Yes, she is. She is. And let me get my email machine going. So if anybody has some questions and comments for us, they can.
Let
Nancy.
me just try something. Hold on.
Yeah, go right ahead. It's so good to see you in person.
Just curious to how that would look.
Yes.
Okay. Is that better actually? Because the computer is a
Whichever is
little.
fine. Yeah, it's a little bit of sunlight to the left.
Yeah.
To my left, actually. But that's fine, yeah.
Is that
Whatever
okay? I
you
think
want to
that works
do.
better.
Yeah,
Okay.
that does look better. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, that does look better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go.
Okay. Wait.
Go.
Now.
And a go. I'll be the most exciting radio show host you ever worked with. I kid you not.
I'm trying to get you on full screen for some reason. I'm
Oh,
not able to. Wait. Hold
awesome.
on. Oh, there we
So,
no. Interesting. There we go.
yes.
Okay. Now I gotcha. I got you where I want you.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very good.
All
I
right.
was viewing over your old aerobics tapes, and they were so much fun
Oh my goodness.
back in the
That was a
day.
long time ago.
I know. I remember the 90s,
Yeah,
the
I'm glad you do.
early 90s. Those were so amazing times.
Yeah.
Do I have the right show on? Correct show on? Yes, I must. Okay, we're going to start the stream soon. And when this thing comes up, oh, give it a few seconds if there's some delay. Now it's ready to go. Okay, do they see us on camera now? And they just might with any luck.
It's all good. It'll be a nice conversation.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I
We'll
love it.
just we'll just chat.
Oh yes, absolutely. So test your mic if you can. Say hi.
Hi.
There
Can you
you
hear me
go.
okay?
Everything works well. They can hear
Good.
you. They can hear me.
I can hear you.
Woohoo! And welcome to our show. Yes, on YouTube. I'm Chris Kennedy. How are you today? This is my dear friend Nancy Popp, who I love very much. She inspired me into doing aerobics to the next step further. Can you believe that? With Lisa Hart, Tammy Lee Webb, Donna Richardson, Tracy York, and a bunch of others. I started with Jazzercise back in 1982. I used to wear my leotard, and I saw Nancy do it in her thong leotard with Lisa Hart, and I got my thong leotard with the tights underneath. That was so much fun.
Yeah, those were the days. That's the era of the thong unitards.
I
Yeah.
love thong
Uh-huh.
leotards too. Those were my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how are you, Nancy?
I'm good. I'm really good. I
Good.
cannot complain.
It's good to see your face personally finally before we meet in
Yeah.
person for the whatever time. But it's good to see you on
Yeah.
Zoom for now. So how
Yeah,
what's
it's
going on?
nice.
How is your family? How is your friends?
Oh, so my family is great. I have four children,
Cool.
uh, ages 26, 23, 21, and 19.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They all live at home.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, I actually like it. I mean, it'd be nice for them to be out on their own, but
Yeah,
I really like them all home. They all just the energy in the household is awesome,
I think
you
that's
know.
cool.
Yeah, so yeah, life is good. It's definitely different from the 90s, I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
But
I know.
yeah, getting older and having your kids getting older and living their own lives and you know, having
Yeah.
different perspective on things. It's actually it's a great place to be
Yes, it
where I'm at.
is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was a teenager when I done your workouts. That was nice days.
You said 1982?
Well, I was a young
How
kid. That was Jazzercise, Jane
yeah,
Fonda, Flashdance. Then I grew up to Buns of Steel later on. Those were must have been
uh
the late '80s, early '90s when I was a
yeah,
teenager.
right.
Growing into my teenage days, and then in the late '90s, and then I took a break from exercise, and now here I am back doing it full time since 2009.
Good. That's great. Love to hear that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So tell us about your life, the beginning years of your life, the growing phases of your life.
You mean when I was a little girl or
Sure, when you were a little girl.
huh, when I was a little girl, if I can remember. It was a long time ago.
Well,
Uh
remember what you can
no,
remember, and if
it's
not, we can pass.
yes. No, well, I'm one of nine children. I'm number eight out of nine.
Oh, cool.
So growing up, I was the
Yes.
last of the kit and caboodle,
Yeah.
and felt a little left out here and there sometimes, because I was the younger one of the group.
Aw.
And all my other brothers and sisters were older, doing their thing. Um, but when I was little, I was a tomboy. I wore the baseball cap and I played in mud. I rode
Awesome.
my bike, and my father would tell me when I sit at the dinner table with my baseball cap, take that hat off, take that hat off. And I was like, "Ugh," and then my crazy hair just fell all over the place. I had very, very long hair when I was younger, and it
Very
was
nice.
just frizzy.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I had a good Catholic upbringing, family life, and every child goes through their phases,
Yes.
of you know, I guess growing pains, so to speak, with your own family members, with your friends, your schoolmates, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember there was one time I was like severely bullied when I was in eighth grade.
Me too. That was
Yeah,
like
it's not.
jail, institutionalized
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me. That was like I didn't want to be there anymore.
yeah,
I feel the
yeah,
same way as you. Seventh, eighth, ninth grade, that stuff. I was there too, so I feel your pain.
yeah. That's always a tough age because that's when hormones, you know, the puberty levels come in at different times with the kids. So when you have the girls who are, getting their hormones sooner than the
Yes.
girls who haven't gotten their hormones yet, and the same thing with the boys, they're just trying to find yourself. You're trying to find normalcy inside your head, and the only thing is to bully somebody that you can so that you could feel bigger and better about yourself at that age.
Yeah, they're
And then, of
just
course, as you get
insecure.
older,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I
in high
still
school, it got
face
better.
it on YouTube. Bullies. They call them haters, or you know what I mean. They
Yeah,
say some
yeah,
nasty things. It never stops,
yeah,
even in
yeah,
adulthood.
yeah. But sometimes you just have to just ignore it. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean anything. When somebody wants to bully you, it's coming from that individual. It's not really, it's
me
not
or
you.
you.
You know.
Yeah, it's not us. Yeah, gotcha.
Mm, yeah, maybe something that was said or done, it was like a trigger for somebody, and it got them upset for whatever reason. And that's basically where it all comes from anyway.
Yes,
But yeah. But who can bully you? Who can bully you, Chris? You're the
I
sweetest
know.
guy in the world. Look at that
Oh, you're so
smile. Look at your
sweet. Thank
face.
you,
You're
honey.
adorable.
You're making me cry. I'm just kidding.
Everyone should love Chris, you know? That should be a new show for you, Chris. Everybody loves Chris.
Thank you. We can try that, yeah, and see how well it
Why
goes.
not?
You could be the announcer. I think you would make
It'll
a
be the
great.
big love fest.
I think you would be a great announcer, Nancy, along with my friend Joanna from Buffalo Wild Wings. Hi, Joanna. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mariana. Hi, Brandon. You all tuning in, I know. Evie, Vicky, all of you, Debbie, join us. If you have a comment, any of you have a comment, subscribe to our page or send me an email at ckennedygames at gmail.com or send me a text if you have my number. We would love to hear your questions and comments, especially for Nancy, since this is really her show.
I like that.
Thank you.
Did I hear Lisa was on there? My
Lisa was
girl?
on there. Let's say hi to Lisa if
Oh,
you
my
want
girl
to. Hi,
Lisa.
Lisa.
I love you, Lisa.
I
Yeah,
love you,
Lisa's
Lisa.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I guess it's safe to say, did you ever go to college?
I did. I went to a community college. Well, back then, I guess they didn't understand learning disabilities or I
Yeah.
must have had some kind of like auditory processing deficits somehow, because I remember when I was even in high school, I had a difficult time receiving information from my teachers. And also I had a difficult time reading.
I had the
So
same
when I would,
thing.
yeah, it was challenging for me. So I never really took the SATs, and I ended up going to a community college here. And I went there for secretarial science, they called it back then, but now they call it office management.
Yes.
And I had a love-hate relationship with it. I really didn't care for it. I really didn't want to be inside at a desk, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to be outside. I wanted to do more fitness. That was really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do like a gym teacher. Because I was good at physical activities. I was good
Yes.
at gymnastics. I
Okay.
was good at jump roping. I was the fastest jump roper in my gym class.
Yes.
Already a born champion, right?
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so that's what I really wanted to do. But my father knew back then that there was the teaching career, or the teaching. I'm lost for the word I'm
Teaching the
looking for,
coach,
but
the instructor, you mean?
no, the teaching, like teaching gym and health and fitness in
The fitness
school districts,
instructors, I
it was
think that you're.
saturated back then. Yeah.
It wasn't. Richard
Huh?
said it wasn't great at that. What
It
did you
was
say?
the regular teaching, like teaching in schools,
Oh, phys ed
was saturated.
teacher.
Yes, like a gym teacher and that. So my father knew that, but I really, really wanted to do something in the health fitness field.
Gotcha.
But then he knew that I was good at shorthand. And he says, be a secretary, because I could always get a job with that. And I actually did get a job. Like as soon as I graduated, I applied my first job, I got the job. So he was right about that, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. So, you go where you're meant to be. I mean, look, my whole life was fitness after that, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what was your when did you start? What year did you start doing fitness, or what era should I say? Was it
I
the
was
80s or the
18.
90s?
It was the 80s. It was the 80s. I was 18
Oh,
when I
nice.
started at Lucille Roberts.
Oh, cool. I remember that place. I've seen it in the
Yeah, yeah.
commercials.
You want to talk about starting at the absolute bottom? I mean,
Yeah.
when I first started working there, because I was the newbie, they had me literally cleaning the toilets at Lucille Roberts. I'll never forget that.
Wow, my goodness.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I used
no,
to clean
I had to
toilets
I
at
had to grow
Walmart.
into teaching. Yeah. But then I taught aerobics. I started teaching classes,
That's
and I
awesome.
fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
better.
that's where I started, age 18. Yeah.
Yay! And so now, what was your very first fitness video? I remember you were doing buns of steel, legs of steel, arms of steel, the of steel series, I should say, ESPN Fitness
Yeah.
Pros. But what was your first one of those?
My first fitness video was the ESPN Fitness Pros.
Oh, cool. Was it
Yeah,
a video TV show kind of thing, right?
right. It was a television show. So how I got that job actually was something I never ever thought would happen
Yes.
because I wanted to be the world aerobic champion. That's what I was hoping for. That was my goal and my dream. And I was in New Orleans. And to make a very long story short, I didn't even make it past the prelims. It was just one of those things where when I went to New Orleans to compete, I had my brother, my husband, my trainer. I had two trainers, both of them came, and it was just, um, and not to make it through the prelims, I was devastated, just absolutely devastated. But I just had a feeling like there was a very strange energy about the whole thing when I first got there. And I even went to church and I went to pray to kind of release that feeling that I had that wasn't, I can't really explain it, but I knew that it wasn't really like a good feeling. So lo and
Gotcha.
behold, didn't make it, devastated, cried, cried, cried. I bump into Donna Richardson in the
Yeah.
street. Yeah, I bump into her because I knew her through the competitive realm, the
Yes.
competition. Yeah, and I always thought that Donna was just so sweet and so nice to me. She was very nice. So she saw me in the streets of New Orleans, and she comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, the producer of the ESPN Fitness Pros was actually looking for you." And I'm,
Wow.
me, you know? And she goes, yes, because it was Tammy Lee was the Buns of Steel. Not the, I'm sorry. She was also on the ESPN Fitness Pros for
Yes,
like
I
1 year.
remember her. Yeah.
Right. And she decided to leave. So they were looking for a
Mm.
replacement.
Mm.
And at first, I didn't think I would ever get it. I didn't even think I was even going to go talk to the producer because to me, that was just beyond like my world. My husband was the one who said, "You are going to meet that producer." And I was like, okay, okay, okay. So I met the producer and she was asking me all sorts of questions. And she goes, "Do you have any video of yourself?" And I'm like, I never did any fitness videos. I never did anything like that except for when I competed in aerobics. And that was pretty much it. So she said, okay. Oh, no, wait, did I do an infomercial at that time? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I did have some clips of myself, and I'm trying to remember if that was um before or after the Fitness Pros. But anyway,
Yes.
lo and behold, my brother-in-law saved the day. He put a videotape, and that was back in the day of VHSs. So that should tell you how long ago it was.
Yes.
Um, we gave her the VHS, and the next day I was eating breakfast at a mom and pop's breakfast place down in New Orleans,
Yeah.
and I was sitting by the window, and she was walking down the street, and she saw me, and she pointed at me through the window, and she says, "Come on outside." So I came outside, and she says, "You got the job." And I was like, "What?" Like I could not believe that I got the job. I didn't make the World Aerobics Championships semifinals, but I got the ESPN Fitness Pros. And to me, at that time, I really wanted to win. I wanted to be in that competition for the World Aerobics Championships more than the show because I didn't really understand what this was all about until I got there. So
Gotcha.
then I flew back home, New York. 2 days later, I got back on a plane and flew out to San Francisco to do the fitness videos.
Nice.
So that was one of my first fitness videos, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was more of a competitor than, a fitness video workout person.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
with you. I'm with you. Oh, wow. Great story. Do they still
yeah.
have those fitness competitions, like those aerobic competitions that you and Lisa Hart done? Do they still
Okay,
exist?
so yes, Lisa did the fitness, Miss Fitness, and I
Yes.
did the aerobics. So there was two different types.
Yeah.
So the one that I was in was at the time it was Reebok National Aerobics
Yes.
Championships. From what I hear, they still have them, but it's only in one place. Where when I competed in the 90s, they had regionals, and then the
Mm-hmm.
top two they would take to the nationals, and then they would have the nationals out in California. So
Wow.
now I think they still have it, but only in Las Vegas. They only have it in one place. That's the aerobic competition.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The Miss Fitness competitions, I don't know. If Lisa's still on, she could probably answer that for you.
Lisa, are you there? Do you want to? Let me check my email. I didn't receive any comments in the. Let me see. Look at my email. Uh, I don't think I have any comments as of yet. But Lisa, if you're on, if you can answer that, that would be wonderful. Yes.
I hope she's on.
Yeah, that would be nice. I did let her know we were starting in a few minutes
It's all
about
good.
before the show. But yeah, it's a nice story you got to tell, Nancy. But
I got a
yeah,
lot of them.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, next to be said, it led to buns of steel, legs of steel.
Yes. Yes. So the ESPN Fitness Pros was canceled.
Yes.
And then there was a producer, Andrea Bandos,
Yes.
who caught wind of the fact that the ESPN Rose was canceled.
Yeah.
And she reached out to Tracy and I,
Yes.
and I think Donna as well. I
Yes.
think Donna Richardson as well. And we did the Buns of Steel. That's how we got started with the Buns of Steel.
Cool.
At least that's how I got started with the Buns of Steel, because I think Tracy and Donna did the Buns of Steel with Tammy Lee Webb. And then
Nice.
Tammy Lee went onto her own line of fitness videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Lisa Hart too. Lisa Hart, she became the new Buns of Steel girl. And that's how we became friends.
Awesome. I think that's an awesome story. Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Sweet.
did some others. There were a lot of Buns of Steel videos, by the way. I
Yeah.
got quite a bit of them in my collection. And I can access the ones you've done on YouTube. Eliza said they're on YouTube because I asked her, where are they? I cannot find them except if I went on eBay, but I don't have really use a VCR. And she says you can use
Yeah.
them on YouTube and they'll pop up
Yeah.
here and
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've also done the Usana. I learned the correct pronunciation for that. It's
Anna.
Usana, not
Yes.
USANA, but Usana.
Yeah. No, USANA, like
Usana, I'm
USA.
sorry.
USANA. Yeah.
Usana,
Done,
that's how you
I've
pronounce
done
it.
fitness videos for them.
There's four, is in there were four volumes, I believe, right? Day four,
Of
one, two.
USANA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
But I
Um,
love doing the one with the weights. I saw the one with the weights. It
was
was
that
kind of
USANA?
that was Usana, yeah, what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
so much
That was
fun.
yeah, that was actually a really
Right.
great concept, you know? Um, and I really enjoyed doing those fitness videos. They were probably the easiest ones to do, as far as format. Um,
Yes,
yes,
I loved
yes.
it.
I really like them. And they're still like, I mean, it's like the same concept. You see like Beachbody where they give you 20-minute workout every day and it's just 20 minutes. And this one is just about that. It's like a 20-minute workout to work opposing muscles each day. And
Yes.
then they threw in an aerobic uh, video as to throw into the volume.
Yes.
It was a great idea way back in the. I'm trying to think. That was still the 90s.
Yes.
Still the 90s.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
This is fun, Chris. This is fun.
I
We need
love
to do
doing
this
this.
more
Yeah, we
often.
need to do this often, you said?
Yeah, we need to do this more often.
We will. I'm glad I got you in the mood, and I thank you for that. It really warms my heart, body, mind, and soul.
Yeah. Well,
It's really heartwarming to me when somebody has appreciation for these kind of shows. And there's a
yeah.
few of them on YouTube, but there's not too many of them. But there's a few of them, and if you search hard enough, you can find some good shows like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like you've done Crunch Video, at least one or two, I think, Crunch videos.
Crunch Fitness videos, I've done more than one or two.
Oh, how many? I
Yeah, I've done more
wonder.
than that. Yeah, it's been such a long time that I can't even keep count. I think I did over 50 fitness videos with everything,
Oh
with
my goodness.
USANA, with ESPN Fitness Pros, with Crunch Fitness. And then I also did one for Cosmopolitan magazine.
Oh, I love that
Um,
one.
that was the first one that I started all by myself. That
Yes.
was that was really a great experience. I mean, they were all really good experiences, good and bad, but still all good, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very hard. It's hard work. My
It can
sisters,
be hard work.
when they would see my face on the box,
Yes.
they were like, "So, how does it feel to see your face on a box of a fitness video?" And I was like, it just reminded me of how hard working it was. It was like 12 hours. You know, 3 takes for each section. And then you have to count, your mistakes and then have to do it over again. But it was really it was very, very, very cool how all the work that you put into it, all the long hours that they put into it, and they put it into a 30-minute video that just smoothly went on from one
Ah,
exercise to the next. It's
gotcha.
like pretty interesting.
Yes. So I want to talk about you've done a pilot for Channel 7 in New York and one for Channel 4 in New York. And I don't know if you've done any for CBS Channel 2, but you've done one for Channel 7 called Hollywood East, and you've done an NBC
Yes.
pilot show. I saw one I saw
Yes.
from your reel.
Yes. Yes. The NBC one didn't make it to the
Gotcha.
to the actual broadcasting, but the Hollywood East did, and it was just really cool to see the whole thing. It was completely different than fitness. It was being
Yeah.
I was called the wraparound host, so
Gotcha.
I would be in the middle of every little section of the show. So if there was a on-field reporter, so to speak, interviewing like Billy Joel or some models or some athletes, um,
Yes.
or an event, I would be the one to say, "Oh, thank you so much," and now let's go to this and da 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 da. So I would
Yeah.
start off with saying, "Hello, welcome to Hollywood East,"
Yeah.
and then at the end, I would end with, "That's it for us. We'll see you next week. When?" And then they would have like a little excerpt of what was going on for the next week.
Yes.
That was probably one of my favorite things to do. I
Yes.
absolutely love that. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And that's all you can remember, right? Those two pilots, right? Were there any more?
Oh, the other pilot was called Nobody's Perfect.
Was that NBC
Um,
or was that CBS
that
or
was
Fox?
no, that was for NBC because there was one of the shows that was like I think around 11 o'clock in the
Yes.
morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, that was a while ago,
Yeah.
and they were looking to fill that spot. So what that show was like a reality show. You would take
Gotcha.
you would take like a mother, daughter, husband, wife, you know, father, son, whatever, and you would do a makeover for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the fitness expert. So I would take them through workouts to, help them within their daily life. So there was only two of them that we did, and we did it up in the Poconos, actually in a haunted hotel. It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat.
Yes. I love that one.
but um but yes, that was a lot of fun too, and the producers and the people who just, there's just so many good people out there, that give you so many memories that you can hold on for a lifetime. So that
Awesome.
was pretty exciting. And
I
then
like that.
there was another show that I did, but that was on the Health Network. Do you remember the Health Network?
I
I don't know
do.
if you do. You remember that? So
I
you remember
do.
Body
Yeah.
by Jake? Remember
Yes.
Body by
Body by Jake. I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun as well, and that
Love
was where
Body
I was
by
also a
Jake.
host.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and we did our little gig on how to. It was called Lifestyle Solutions, Healthy Lifestyle Solutions. So that's basically what it was based on.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
any kind of solutions for a healthier lifestyle. That was a lot of fun. And
Gotcha.
but Jake was a very nice guy. I
I
really
like
enjoyed.
Jake. I
Yeah.
remember a sitcom, Big Brother Jake, in the early 90s. I believe 1993 he did that show, and it was wonderful.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. See, I have the memories pop up, Chris.
Yes.
You know, you think
Gotcha.
you're getting too old and you can't remember all the past, but when you when you start to bring them up again, and then you're, oh yeah, I do remember, you know. So
Yes.
still working.
Yes. Gotcha. Now you're a massage therapist and you do yoga and Pilates classes sometimes, right?
Yes, yes. I'm now a massage therapist. Um,
Cool.
yes, it's very rewarding, very
Yes.
rewarding. Yeah. You know, I was also on mom, how can I explain this? So my first husband,
Yes.
uh unfortunately he passed away,
Sorry to hear
and
that.
all of my four children are from him, and he
Wow.
passed away when he was 41. And I had an 8-year old, a 5-year old, 3-year old, and a 16-month old.
Wow.
um yes, so that was crazy. And
Yes.
I was trying to teach aerobics at that time, and I got hired for QVC, and I was doing QVC during that time. And it was just too much being a single mom, you know, with four
Yeah.
small kids, that I decided to just take a break from that all. And
Gotcha.
slowly and surely, I got back into doing massage therapy because I could do that. You know, I could have people come to my home and give them massages in my home while my kids were at school or taking a nap or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I met my new husband,
Yes.
and we moved into another house, another town. The kids went to a new school. It was all
Yes.
like everything was falling into place. And I just needed to find something. You know, I just needed to find something. So I went back to massage therapy. And that's how I just went back into that realm instead of the fitness. I just went right into massage therapy because it was my own hours. I didn't have to
Yes.
worry about covering my hours, you know. And now I just have grown so much into massage therapy and helping people. It feels so much more rewarding than anything else. The things that I've done in the past, I absolutely loved for myself, but what I'm doing now, I absolutely love for other people, you know, and to hear them say they feel so much better um, makes me feel like, you know, that I'm doing something to better the world, I guess, you know.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Yes. So you also do yoga and Pilates on occasion, you said?
Yes, I used to teach aerobics. I got certified, 200 hours.
Yes.
That was also like 2 years after my husband passed that I did that.
Mm.
Absolutely loved it. I taught it for a little while.
Yoga, right? That
Um,
says you said aerobic
yoga.
yoga. I'm sorry, I misheard.
Yes, yoga, but you know, once I learned yoga and Pilates, and I kind of blended that in, so I taught a combination of the two,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
that
So
kind
a
of
little
thing.
bit
Mat
different type of
Pilates,
feel.
yes,
Yeah,
not the machine Pilates.
I know.
Uh, though
Yeah.
that's not off the table now. That's not off the table yet because there's going to be a time where I'm going to retire from massage therapy, and I'll make a transition into possibly even teaching Pilates.
Oh,
So we'll
nice.
see. Yeah.
We'll find out. Wow. And one final thing before we mingle a little bit more for a few more minutes and we call it. Wow, 33 minutes this show was.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it for what it's worth, my friends, because yeah, this doesn't come any better than this. Two dear, loving friends side by side, one another on Zoom, chatting over coffee or water or whatever you want. And this is what it really should be. With me and Lisa, me and Joanna, me and whoever, me and Mariana, you name it. So, divine messages, God, prayer, and spiritual. You do a lot of that now sometimes on.
Yes.
Instagram, on YouTube, and wherever you can.
Yes, I haven't hit YouTube just yet.
Oh,
But I've left some spiritual messages on Facebook and on Instagram. Um,
yes.
See, now that came through kind of strangely through giving massages because
Yes.
I guess, massage is very intimate.
Yes.
And when you're in tuned to somebody's body and what their body needs, as far as at least massage therapy, what was happening was I was actually sensing their emotions
Yeah.
and I was actually feeling their past loved ones in the room.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, and one day I just started talking to one of my clients. I feel like I keep hearing the word worry, and before I knew it, it was like this, she was getting a massage. Well, I'm getting a message as well. And you could just feel the healing going on, you know? So, it just took off after that. And then what ended up happening with the divine messages was my connection to, well, all my meditation. I did a lot of meditating. Um, and, you know, sometimes when you are going through a hard time, you find yourself meditating and praying more. That's exactly what I did.
Yes.
And from there, the divine messages came through, and I literally could hear the voice of Jesus. And I could literally hear the voices of the Blessed Mother.
Yes.
Um, and when it came to other people, yeah, I didn't know what it was. I really didn't. I just kept hearing words. And sometimes it was just being in the room and automatically the messages would come, or I would lay my hands on a certain part of their body, like maybe their tight um, TFL, which is the side of the leg. And I would
Yeah.
put my hand on that to massage it. And all of a sudden this word would come to my mind. And I would be like, well, listen, I'm feeling something. Would you be okay to hear a message? And they'd be like, what are you talking about? Um, and then I was like, well, there's a message from the other side and blah, blah, blah. Would you be interested? Yeah, sure. Next thing you know, it's like talking all about their lives. And it's very, very healing for them. So they're not only getting a physical massage, they're also getting an emotional release, and they're also getting understanding and direction. So I ended up taking it from the
Yes.
massages out to one-on-ones. So I'm actually going to start something called Massage and Message, where it's specifically getting a massage and a message. Because a lot of people don't want the message, they just want the massage. And for me to interrupt the massage with the message, they may not want that. So I wouldn't want to ruin their massage by doing that. So I am actually going to have massage and message. So whoever comes would be specifically expecting a message during their massage.
Yes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anything else about that you wanted to talk about?
Mm, no, I think I'm good. What about you?
I think that's actually will be it for now. We're just going to mingle for 5 minutes, I guess. Make this a 40-minute show. Nancy, I
Okay.
wanted to thank you so much for coming on. It really meant a lot to me to have you on here.
And it meant a lot to me that you wanted to do this. It was so special, Chris. I really appreciate that, especially bringing up all those amazing memories that I forgot.
My pleasure. I love
Yeah,
doing that. I love going back to the retro times with people.
yeah,
And I love making
yeah,
dear friends and relationships with it and rapport. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
relationships is for this show all by itself because it's retro media vision. And I guess I
Right.
really made retro media vision the magic in this the best I
Yes.
can.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. You're doing a really great job.
Oh, thank
And
you. This is
just remember, everybody loves Chris.
thank you so much, Nancy. I have to say, I have to say, I must say, honey, I'm Nancy. I must say, my dear, I'm gonna be 40 in 5 days on Friday. on October 14th. And with my birthday, this being 5 years of Retro Media Vision, this show, all in the class by itself, along with Flea's show, is the reinvention of itself, the rebirth. It's called the new Retro Media Vision. We call it the new Retro Media Vision, and I want to thank you, Nancy, for listening to me say this. It means a lot to me. We call it the new Retro Media Vision because we're going to give you more retro stuff. We're going to make this a better channel, the best I can, even though it's hated by a few. But we're going to give you the best show ever, regardless, and we're going to hopefully change your minds and give us another shot at it. So
there you go. Yeah, don't give up, Chris. Don't give up. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to say I love you all. I want to. It's been fun, Nancy. It really has been. I've been proud and privileged. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get this thing back on there. There we go, baby. Yeah, there we go. So, I am very proud and privileged to doing this for 5 years, and I've been doing podcasts for 20 years, since 2002.
Wow.
This month, October 2002, I've been doing podcasts. Well, I've been doing private podcasts ever since. I've been using audio equipment since then. Maybe a few years before, but nothing like advanced as in 2002. So that's where I went back into broadcasting. Well, more like podcasting, but I never took a college course until like 5 years ago. And it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. This technology and electronics and whatever, it is really, really interesting. And it's amazing what you can do with this electronic devices, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. Oh, I like your mug. I should have made a cup of coffee.
That's okay. We'll do it next time.
All right.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
That's fine. Maybe let me know when you want to do another show. Nancy, feel free to give me a call. Feel free to email me. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm always going to be around for a while.
Okay.
Now,
All right,
I don't
Chris.
have a job anymore at Forever 21 because I'm taking classes, but that's every so often. I'm going to teach water aerobics pretty soon, once in a blue moon.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You got to take my water aerobics class. You'd love it.
Those are great. Those are really good.
Yeah.
Are you taking it or are you going to teach it?
I take them and I'm going to teach them hopefully soon.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
You should join each other for water aerobics and swimming. I love it.
Yeah, I would love that. I took, those water aerobic classes, basically just on vacation. And, it's tough. It could be really tough when you have to move your body under the water like that and move.
My leg is killing me. I got Pac-Man pajamas. I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
My leg was killing me after I was doing.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, I love those pants. It just brings back memories of when, we would go into these bars and that was like the biggest thing is the Pac-Man machine, and we had to wait online to play Pac-Man. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Now you play it at your own home.
Yeah. Love those pants. Love them.
And play Pac-Man one day, all of us.
Oh, I sucked at it. I had one of my best friends. She was so good at Pac-Man. I mean, she was on that machine for hours. Well, I'm exaggerating, but she was very good. And I always got eaten by the blue guy.
No, play one more time. You might do better.
Yeah.
Well,
you never know,
Challenge. Yeah, we might do a small challenge. Like, can you get 3,000 points, or can you get the blue ghost before they get you within 60 seconds?
Yeah, work on my dexterity,
Yeah, it's good.
That and maybe catch some flies.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I was just joking. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Say your joke again. I didn't hear it.
No, I was going to say the Pac-Man, it could work on my dexterity, or maybe I should just catch flies.
No. I like the chopstick
Karate Kid.
From Karate Kid. That was my favorite film. I remember that film when I was a few years of age. I was a lad when that film came out. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Not me.
I know.
Anyway, this was wonderful. I
Yeah,
really
it really
appreciate this.
is.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for letting me talk and listening to my
I'm
stories.
happy I did, and I'm happy I got to listen to whatever I could. And I have it recorded now, which is nice. So I'm gonna. This is one of the shows I'm gonna listen to most often, along with Lee's. I tell you, each show, every new show I do with this gets better after time.
Yes, you
I
just
gotta
have to
put
keep
more
going.
work into it. I put my heart and
Absolutely.
soul, and I get the most out of my guests because I work with them.
Right.
All right, Nancy, I love you so much. Wish your family love for me and luck.
Thank you. Back at you.
You take care of yourself,
Okay. You
and
too.
we'll
Thanks
see you
again,
again.
Chris.
You got it. Thank you
You
so
got it.
much.
Take
Take
care.
care. Thank you. And
Bye
we'll
bye.
see everybody. My pleasure. You got it. Absolutely. And we'll see you all again on. Say it with me, Nancy, before you go.
Oh,
On.
okay.
I'm sorry, one more thing if you can. Say we'll be back next time on YouTube. Say
On YouTube.
yes, I love it. Woo! On YouTube. Whichever. Woo! We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye bye.
Sweetheart. Thank you, my friend. You got it. And that's it for now. So long, everybody. We'll have more shows. And thank you for tuning in. This was a wonderful show. And I hope you loved it. Bye for now.